Kirop, they didn't cause any trouble. No, they were smart. What? They were smart. What?
Let's get out
Do you know what he's saying?
You don't get.
We were smart. We did not cause trouble.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
no
so
fighting.
smart. That wasn't
No
so
fighting
smart.
today.
My hands are aching. They need a good punch.
Well,
Marty,
Yep.
are these dudes monstrous humanoids or are they humanoids?
They are humanoids.
Good to know.
He whispers to you, I'm pretty sure I can fucking take him. Look at his. That one, I grab him by the horn and spin him around over my head like he was nothing.
Magnus, I suggest that we are leaving. At this point, when he suggests something, it's not magic yet.
Got it. It's just smarts. All right, you guys leave the Ivory Palace, having learned a little bit about the main gambling den, or at least one where weird people can go.
Who is the least creepy-looking, weird motherfucker that we have? It looks like Magnus right now. Just saying that we could have stake out the hoplite-drome, the helodrome,
The Hippodrome?
the hippodrome.
Okay.
Not the stealthiest.
Keyrop has to be in the hippodrome.
Yeah, hippo meaning, I think, horse in Greek, but yeah.
Welcome to the hippodrome! Spy on what's going into the hippodrome.
Okay. Give me a perception check, or a knowledge, architecture, engineering, or a diplomacy check to gather information.
You basically we got smart guy to do knowledge, architecture, engineering, and I will do the gather information.
I have no architecture engineering. I can do that.
Okay.
Who comes in the hippodrome?
25 on the knowledge, architecture, engineering.
3 plus 5 plus minimum 3. 25 for the gather information.
Okay, immediately people in the vicinity of that particular, like in the neighborhood of the Hippodrome, are complaining. They're complaining because one of the aqueducts is shut down for use, and they have to go to a neighboring part of the city to gather their water.
Oh, they're turning it into a mud pit or a friggin' flooding it.
And yes, Phineas, you do notice that they have jury-rigged some sort of, like, trough that is diverting water directly from the aqueduct that runs from the high mountains into the city. There are quite a few aqueducts in a city this size, but the one that leads to the Hippodrome is being diverted into the Hippodrome. And there are guards and tarps. There are tarps over the top of it, and there are guards at every entrance.
Well,
You also notice, Magnus, do you have a profession sailor? Let's assume that you do, because you came off of a boat. Give me a wisdom check plus 4.
Oh god. Okay.
I'll assume you spent 1 rank in profession sailor.
That is wisdom, so yeah. 24.
Okay. While they're doing a good job at covering it up, you do know that the long planks that you see that are being brought into the Hippodrome, you manage to spot a beam that can only be the prow of a ship.
They're building a ship inside.
And you see like a bunch of oars, like really, really long oars. You're thinking some sort of slave galley.
it's going to be a sea battle.
Yeah. This is fucked. Hey, do you have that magic? You know, the one he lets you walk in water?
No.
No, no, no. I could learn it.
How about air or fire? I don't know, something. Use the magic. Come on.
Why don't you? I could make you invisible, and you could climb to the top and have a look inside.
Oh, let me just have a quick look at my climb skill here.
With your big brawny arms.
We could do it that way, or we could do it my way.
I have a +9. I can do it.
Oh, that's nice. You
Yeah,
guys have been working on your characters in the meantime. I like it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's mostly done,
Hold on.
except for feats.
You have a suggestion, Ashoka?
Yes.
Why don't
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just simply ask one of the gods?
Oh, it's probably a secret.
Why don't I ask one of the gods after hours?
Are you gonna use your tail? Yeah.
Yes, I will use my tail.
Phineas is looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking?
he's like, so he goes like, tail, yeah.
Tell me, Magnus, are you perpetually drunk?
I'm not drunk. I haven't drunk in more than half an hour.
That's good to know.
Got a bottle with him all the time.
So Ashoka's plan is to use a disguised self in conjunction with a charm person on a god who basically goes off shift and gets separated at some point.
Okay, you wait until evening. You follow guards back to where they're going. Give me a stealth check for the three of you. Or you're disguising yourself. What are you disguising yourself as?
I am looking like somebody who is 1 foot shorter, slightly fatter, and is... Give me a second. You can make yourself not change your...
22 stealth.
Although I can create another subtype. So it'll be a human.
Okay.
Like a normal dude.
Nagaji are humanoid reptilian.
So I can,
okay.
right, so I could be another subtype. So I can... Any humanoid. So a human type. Human guy. I will disguise myself in such a fashion with this spell.
All right. You do find that the soldiers do go to after shift. They go and check in their weapons. They're still carrying weapons, but they check in like their heavy gear, like the big tower shields they were carrying, and wait a second. You're in the Imperium. These guards have guns.
Like the musket with the big axe on it?
Yep.
The blunder axe or whatever it's
called? Yeah. These guys had blunder axes. Some of their captains had basically regular muskets. They do carry swords. They do go to a barracks and they check in their weapons. Weapons are guns are highly regulated. They won't let their guards go running off to a tavern afterwards. With it takes some time, but you end up following a group of them over to. You see, some of them are heading towards a barracks, and then others are quite clearly going into a tavern. Okay. It's more of a drinking hall. You're glad that you turned into human because it actually says on the wall, humans, Imperials only. What they mean by this, in a roundabout way, is humans only, or you should have really good reason to be here. Keep in mind, the Imperium is a human-dominated empire that has rolled over other sentients, other races.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Inside, it's nice. You see that there is this massive, at the head of this grand drinking hall. The soldiers are drinking from frothy mugs. Some of them are even, some of them look like they're made out of pewter. A few of them are made out of glass. There are shapely-looking women serving these massive steins. They're at the head of of this lodge. Is a really huge collection, kind of mangled into this weird art piece. It's like 100 deer and stag antlers. Some of them in the center are overlapping like dire stag antlers in this massive collage kind of overlooking the hall. It's just something that you find yourself gawking at for a moment as you wander in.
Do they have a lavatory, or do they have like a pissing wall on the side?
It's probably out back. You do see that there is a flow of people. Given that beer is flowing, that means so are bladders.
Okay.
Marty likes beer.
All right.
This is the Ivory Palace. Papa Grand is also Devereaux, and this is how you kind of build things on the fly. So this is going to be called the Great Stag Lodge. Give me a knowledge local.
Okay. $18.
There are fraternities and orders that even normal Imperial folk, good Imperial folk, belong to. And they are organized, at least amongst the soldiers and craftsmen, they're organized around lodges.
Okay. This is like a guild almost, or?
It's kind of like a social guild.
All right.
It's a society that you'd belong to for the betterment of your neighborhood and
I see.
the Imperium.
Do they have funny little hats with the fez with the?
No, they don't have any funny little hats at this. You notice one guy. He looks like he's young. He's being forced to wear like a
The antlers from
an
Montana.
antler and like kind of like this flappy hat, like a flappy hat with the antlers on, and he's running around making a fool of himself as he's being paddled. Like they've got actually like flat cudgels, and they're kind of paddling him as he's running around.
That's always beer 30.
What can I do for you, dearies? Yeah, you can see that there's this really smiley, round woman fails her will save against your disguised self.
Drinks, of course.
Are you lodge members?
Friend, I am. I'm bringing my friends here as a part of an event to see if we can't get them involved in the community.
Oh, give me a bluff check.
All right.
She seems busy as she's juggling a bunch of mugs on a tray.
21.
She has nothing to suspect, and you are kind of barbarian. You're kind of creepy. That's a reasonable. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, dearie, take one of the seats over there. And she points you to. It looks like they're backfilling it. It's almost like there may be a custom that you don't go and sit alone at a table. Like if there's room at a table, you go and fill in the room before sitting alone.
Yeah.
It's like a communal thing, and you're supposed to sit with other people. So you actually see that there are a bunch of younger guys. They look a little bit nervous because they look like they've filled in. They filled in from the back. There are definitely some of the older codgers that might have been here earlier in the day, drinking up a storm.
Okay.
They see Magnus right away. They don't even almost look at Ashoka. They see Magnus and Phineas, and one of them, who the fuck are you guys? Are you new recruits? They look like the... What's with all the getup?
He talked
Mages, you know how they are.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we're away.
Okay.
Hoping to find some way to put them to some sort of good use.
There are three guys. They're a little bit buzzed. They don't have high wisdoms, and they roll a 9, 11, 11 on their saving throws.
You know. This is actually a perception check. Versus my disguise.
There's no saving throw on disguise self?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you're actually using a disguise check.
Well, here. It's disguise self gives a +10 on your disguise check.
Yeah, there's no save.
if they interact with the glamour. It doesn't change the sound, so I think they have to touch me.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right, so therefore they will turn those into perception checks, and they're not really like looking for. They don't expect trouble here. The lodge. The lodge has got 100 people in it right now. A lot of them soldiers, some of them craftsmen, all of them lodge members, or at least most of them.
All right.
Wizards, are you one of the? You one of the stone cutters?
Yes.
I've been known to cut stone from time to time.
He's probably one of them engineers. So it says the older guy who's maybe because of his smell he's sitting with the young folk.
I must. Yes. My friend here is one of the engineers. Brilliant stonecutter. My other friend here is much more muscle. Obviously.
You sure got a lot of weapons. You expect you in any trouble there, mister?
No, they just come along for the walk.
Yeah. Well, what can we do you for? You new members to the lodge. I don't remember the look of the three of you.
Please, I want to sit down.
Yeah, they're large benches. You can sit.
Yep.
They,
He sits down and looks very uncomfortable.
okay. Soon,
Pops
almost.
his ring open, just. Okay.
Let's do this.
Well, just wait a second, then we'll be okay.
Ashoka's keeping an eye out for any of the guards that we followed here to be heading to the head.
Okay. There are 4 young lads that are now looking at the wizard like he's scum. Yeah, excuse us. And they're getting up. The old man's pointing at his nose and laughing at you.
What? I have the sniffles.
Sniffles. Hey, you got some more? He scoots closer to you, and there are 2 types of teeth that this man has. Gone or rotten.
Okay, yeah. He pulls out like a little bag and like tosses it to the other side of the table. There you go. Go get it. Go.
He goes scrambling at it like an addict. You do notice that the 4 lads that got up have gone up to the front and are telling on you.
Okay.
Well, I don't have any anymore.
Ashoka makes his way to the head.
Okay. You do notice that there's a large burly man who's maybe a lodge master. I need an actor.
That is burly.
The guy who plays Hellboy.
You use Ron Perlman for everything.
No, not Ron Perlman.
Not Ron Perlman. Okay. He's awesome.
He is awesome, but
He's very unique looking. Like, there's a lot of jaw and a lot of forehead all at the same time. Usually get one or the other.
I was just looking at him the other day. He is in I, Claudius. He's the guy whose lungs are twice the size
John
of...
Wayne.
The guy whose lungs are twice the size of a normal man.
Oh, this
He's
is
an English
Brian
actor.
Best.
Was that?
Brian Best.
Yeah.
There's also Brian Best and Blackadder if you want. He's in Blackadder as the second.
No, it's not Brian Best, but it's close.
Blessed.
Blessed, yes. Blessed or blessed?
Blessed. But, yeah. It's spelled blessed.
We gotta find a good...
Wow. Blackadder, the second, Brian Blessed. Or Blessed. If you want him to be, like, in armor and that sort of thing.
No, I found him in a nice fur cloak. He played in.
Bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Zap Gordon or Flash Gordon or whatever is it called? Flash Gordon.
Using Flash Gordon. What?
Using Flash Gordon. Yeah.
I need a good name for this guy. His name will be
Oh, he played the. Oh, he was in the Phantom Menace, playing the Jabba no Bada Waka guy. The Misa no Watinka use.
Oh, he did play that guy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
King
call
Gungan.
him Lodge Master or Grandmaster, Braun. Big hulk of a man, strides with the stride of two men. He's older, but you're pretty sure he's pretty tough. And let's see.
Sandra Bullock.
What is this then?
Oh, we're gonna let him deal with his own drug thing. Separating from the idea is you have to separate from the thing.
He nods to you as he goes by, and there's a wizard in our midst. And you notice that there's a bunch of people following behind him. He approaches your table. And who might you be?
I'm Phineas Garrett.
And you?
Come on. You don't recognize me? Magnus Deus.
I neither recognize you nor like your temper.
Is he hard of hearing? Why is he yelling? We're sitting right here.
I don't understand why he's yelling.
Because I've been drinking, and apparently you have not.
Come on. Then we can deal with this and fix it together. Come on.
Well, no one's taken our order.
This sounds like the perfect opportunity to charm someone who's away from this mess
Yep.
and sneak them off to go for a chat.
He's rather loudly trying to figure out what the fuck do these people want while you were casting a charm person spell on an unsuspecting soldier that you've been following. Okay.
Yep.
So do you have any feats that allow you to bluffully cast?
Nope, this is why we're trying to do it in the bathroom.
Oh, right. Okay, you go out to the Jakes. Basically, there's a pissing trough out in the alleyway that leads into the sewer. And nobody notices you cast the spell, as you kind of cast the spell as you're walking out and you get the guy. And then I will... where are my dice?
The DC for the first circle spell is 20.
What? He doesn't roll a 20. All right. Guy turns around when he finally sees you. Hello there.
Hi. How you doing, friend?
I'm a little bit tired. Apparently, they tried to make us into laborers today. Well, sometimes a bit laborious, carrying around my musket. It's a good thing I've got good legs from all the marches.
I know how.
I suppose that it's better than from those poor lads that are sent off to Stygia.
You wouldn't want to be sent there. Why don't we find a place that's a little quieter?
Yeah. You want a beer?
Yeah.
Let me just find an Imperial soldier.
Shogo's going to try to convince the guy that we should go to a different establishment.
All right, so you found an Imperial.
Because there's a ruckus going on in that one.
Right. The Prince's Garden. No, where are we? We're at conversation.
He'll take the moment to powder his nose and re-put up his disguise so that it doesn't time out.
All right, the Grandmaster Braun is demanding what the fuck it is that you're doing here. And beers have already been placed in front of you, big steins worth. It's just you've taken a few sips, Phineas, and it like he doesn't think you're drinking. He doesn't
Magnus is drinking.
He doesn't accuse Magnus of drinking.
Oh?
You're not lodge members. I don't remember your faces.
No, we're not lodge members. We're potential lodge members.
Supplicants, then.
Spanky paddles and horns for everyone.
Sure.
And from which families do you hail?
The Garrett and Magnus. What's your last name?
Oh, I made it up. It's Deus, but I don't know my father.
A fatherless bastard and a
I don't
Garrett.
know my mother either.
He blinks.
I have to pee, but this is awesome. I think I did good.
You say you're some sort of wizard.
Yes.
Aren't the
Oh, he's
Garretts...
fantastic with magic. Look at him. Look at him. Look.
Aren't the Garretts a family of merchants?
They are.
So they produce no craft and have no military training.
I produce more craft than you'll ever produce in your entire life, you fat bastard.
Magnus just goes.
Oh,
Gotta drink this before we
Did I
get
break
kicked out.
some news to you that you're fat?
Magnus puts his hands up. He's almost done drinking. Like, let's do this.
Perhaps if you didn't eat all that fatty food, you plebe, and tried some vegetables once in a while, you wouldn't have to use the flag of the nation to wrap yourself in.
No, Tila, no, you can't. Not here. Not here. Quiet, player. It's not for you either.
What
For
is the
goodness
reaction?
sakes, man, there's an entire meal stuck in your beard. Saving it for later. Remember when I said the dick when he's high?
What is the what is the reaction you're hoping to get out of him? Because I think it's time to roll a dice.
I'm hoping he'll just go away.
So you're trying to intimidate him. Okay,
Yes.
roll an intimidate check.
They're doing their job. They're providing the distraction while I abscond with one of their members.
Oh, let Magnus do the intimidate.
The DC is what, 10 plus their hit die plus the wisdom modifier?
This is not going to go well for me.
Magnus.
Okay, the DC
Magnus is
is
gonna intimidate.
20.
Okay, you going to help me, Magnus?
Magnus is, no, I'm intimidating on my own.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I drank the whole thing. I'm like,
I suggest you take your wizard hat and leave. You notice that there are people getting up, like, he's saying this quietly. The door is behind you. He is trembling,
Do I see a shotgun around?
No, you saw him go out into the Jakes out back.
Okay. Very well. Be honest with you. I don't think I want to join your little club.
He's seething.
yeah, your drinks taste like garbage. As he gets up, he accidentally knocks the cup on the ground.
Okay.
Just
You-
like
there's-
the leader.
like,
Garbage. Fat.
Oh, look, I didn't mean it.
He walks out. He does that kind of quick walk where he knows he's gone too far and he just wants to get
Move it.
you leave him
Move it, wizard,
basically
come on.
white knuckled, grabbing the edge of the heavy wooden table, just like seething in anger.
I think he's getting a heart attack. Come on.
Probably all the ham.
Give me a wisdom
He's
check.
gonna die.
Phineas.
A what? Sorry?
A wisdom check.
We just defended the lodge of the city guard super hard.
4.
Okay.
I'm okay with what I did.
You're lucky. You're like, whew, that was a close one, and you're good. You're like, once you're out in the street, the familiar sounds and smells of the street, which are kind of gross. At least it's not sweaty. It's sweaty beer lodge, and you are able to tiptoe your way away. Let me just mark down this dude's name.
He might be back.
NPC, Grandmaster.
You know what? I'm always down with more Brian Blessed. He's good.
You could do a really Shakespearean sort of like deep yelly voice.
The belly speak.
Why is he yelling at us? I've been drinking.
Yes, we know.
So he is Grandmaster of the.
I can't get enough of the look of the Conan.
Does it just spur you on to do a bunch of crazy shit?
I'm niche. I'm chaotic.
Many soldiers and craftsmen
Anything to disrupt the game. Anything.
are members. This is an old and prestigious lodge.
I'm looking for a camel on our way back.
To punch, to knock out. You want to knock out a camel?
All right. Well, I gotta. It's the captain's. We're celebrating the baptism of the captain's niece. The soldier finally gets it right. It's an excuse to drink.
Don't worry. We should drink something better than this. Don't you deserve it? You work hard.
I
Hey.
might be able to sneak away for a bit. Little nip, as long as it's close.
Of course.
What did you say your name was again?
It's Gerald.
Gerald. I'm Anton.
This way, Anton. Get ourselves a bit of the good stuff.
Well, the beer's not bad here. It is lodge beer. Monks make it.
I'm a fan of spirits myself.
Well, the spirit's a bit more expensive, unless it's the real cheap stuff, eh?
Something good. Tonight's the night for a treat.
All right, so you go and buy him some
Yeah, I
spirits?
go in. I've got 3 hours to.
Okay, so you go to a place nearby that it's kind of like somebody's converted the front part of their house into a street tavern. It's like they may press their own wine and kind of sell it out front. Well, I suppose wine will do. Didn't know if there were any spirit houses around here. Bad luck, friend. He drinks some wine.
That of the grape. I'm going to listen to him about his day and his trials and tribulations, about all this manual labor that they made him do, and I am very interested in the tasks and the goings on inside the stadium. Whoa.
Okay. You did it. You did it. Scorpions.
Need to step away for a moment. I apologize. It's apparently super critical.
Let us look at the builds of your characters. So Phineas, Mark, what feats did you take?
I've
Oh,
got.
shit.
Well, he automatically gets, just from his classes, he gets brew potion, throw anything, and scribe scroll.
Yep.
For his human feat, I took merciful spell.
I'm back.
Can you take merciful spell for? Oh yeah, you've got a wizard. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Fuck.
wizard.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got skill focus spellcraft as my first level feat,
Mm-hmm.
and craft wondrous item as my third level feat.
Ooh, nice.
Shoka's first level feat was spell focus enchantment. His third level feat was greater spell focus enchantment, and then his infernal power is +2 bonus on charm DCs. So first circle spell DC 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Magnus, fighter barbarian. I'm assuming power attack. is in
Yeah,
there.
I haven't done all the feats here. Oh shit, I have 5 to go.
Human 1, fighter 1, first level feat, fighter 2 and 3. Yes, that's a lot of feats.
Yep.
And then the
power
campaign
attack.
bonus feat.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna give me one though.
Yes, I will work on these offline. Let's get to the culmination of what you guys learn. Oh yeah, it's fucking ships. Fucking ships, man. Ships. We're building something called a trireme.
Trireme.
Yeah, it's a ship with a big prow on it. It's like some sort of ancient fucking ship.
Is it the one you use to run into other boats?
It's got a prow on it, although I don't know how they're even going. Ain't no sailor, but I don't know how they're going to build up enough speed to ram them. But the other ships are all fucking little, like big ass barge that we kind of cobbled back together, and we got some of the hull bits in, and well, they've been building the ship for a while now. I'm just tired of lugging all the wood and all the shit. I'm not a fucking laborer. I didn't join to become a.
Any rumor about who's getting placed where?
Well, the
You know.
ships. Who do you think? Only one gladiatorial house got the advantage on boats. Besides, the real big ones aren't gonna be in there. Oh, point of all these ships is you just keep on fighting until the ships are down or burnt to cinders. I hear they got something called a fire thrower, some sort of dragon-like thing. Breathe fire all over the place. Some sort of monstrosity from an uncivilized age, eh?
Sounds truly a spectacle, I guess.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't bet on anything but the hilt. Odds may not be great, but them other ships that we're building, whoo-wee, those things are gonna go up like timbers. We're not supposed to say anything there, friend. You keep it safe, eh? Just don't waste your money on that bet.
Your lips, my heart, Five-Faced God.
Our sovereign prince is sure going to enjoy this spectacle. I don't think any of us have seen 3 ships full of men, a bunch of them chained to the boat like slaves of old, going up in flames. As that trireme or whatever it's called, it's just gonna burn them. Hail to the 5 faces.
Hail to the 5 faces. Finishes his drink.
I gotta get back. The captain's gonna notice I stepped away, eh? I saved you a few coins. You could take me out for wine some other time then.
Of course.
There's a good brothel down the street.
Take you out for something more later then. But best get back for that baptism.
Oh yeah. You're a good friend. Man's got to have good friends. Slaps you on the back. You see a saving throw. He fails. He's pretty sure he's got a friend Gerald or whatever you called yourself.
See you around, Anton.
He skitters off.
Yeah, Shoka's gonna head back to the. He did his thing. He's going back. He's...
Yep. Nervously waiting in kind of like the offices of your house. Basically, it's a place where you guys sleep and work. The gladiators are not kept in this building. It's just sort of one of the houses that that is owned by what is his name? Sir Prentice Pennywise. So Ashoka comes slinking back, hidden in his cowl. Phineas and Magnus waiting for him. They knew you knew that he slunk off. You're just not too sure what he did.
Did you find anything?
Yes, our men will be sent to a roasting. Small pulley-equipped ships to be burnt by some form of fire thrower or dragon's fire.
That would be difficult to defend against. What are the circumstances?
Yes. It will require thought to find a way to achieve victory here. It is unfortunate such a large bet was made.
What weapon? Do we know what weapons our men will have?
It appears to be some sort of ancient reenactment, with boats. So.
What battle?
It was uncertain, but triremes and fire.
Triremes, breathe fire, knowledge history.
Sure.
Come on, plus 34. Ah, you must be speaking of the Battle of in which blah 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 blah.
These.
Or it's one of those you know so much. It's one of these 15 battles that I remember. Some of them being like two dudes with having an argument with a lighter on a boat.
It sounds like some sort of dragon fire, like alchemist's fire. You do know that there were some ancient war machines that basically squirted alchemist fire like through a nozzle.
Ahmed reached his wall and he ran into it at full speed. He was
Yep.
like, ah! And
There were some ancient battles on this world, and then perhaps even in the remoteness of the history of the Imperium, but those battles are not what you're commemorating. You're commemorating some.
I want to mute Ahmed. There we go.
Yeah.
The histories are just way too far back. It's only those that would be only those that are well versed in history that would even get the reference.
Okay.
This battle wouldn't even have been fought on this world. You don't think?
Okay.
Okay.
This is Imperial history from another world. That only the likes of the Sovereign Prince would probably have been taught. Yeah, you could name half a dozen battles from that time, but you're talking like prehistory. This is early Empire. This is before the time of the Undying Empire, or the Emperor, the Undying Emperor.
Okay.
Wow.
This is a commemoration of before the Empire was the Empire that we know today. Before His Grace, the Undying Emperor, led us to our greatness that we know today. It's
How
not a
much do you know
history.
about the fire spitters?
There were ships that could fire alchemist fire a distance through mechanical devices.
You're the crafter, yes?
Yes.
That is what I understood from them. All right.
Yeah,
Well, then
you would know
Find a
enough
way
that
for our men to disable that fire?
It would be like a bellows that creates pressure, and then the two liquids would mix and would be squirted out. They're very dangerous. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it could backfire very easily.
so. I suppose it's up to you to figure out how we're going to destroy such a thing, and it's up to you, Magnus, to figure out how to teach our men to do it. Which way are my quarters?
lava spitter. I like it.
Loves. Very nice.
I think this is a good place. I was actually just going to make the ship thing happen. But if you guys somehow pull out of the fire,
This is how
so
we
to
stop
speak,
it. Yeah.
how you
Yeah.
save your gladiatorial house from certain ruin,
Certain ruin.
then you might very well earn a more prominent position, albeit ironically the same roles, in this
Less shit to your house.
or a better house.
So, just as a thing, based off of the what happens today, for the quirks, Ashoka ritualistically cleanses himself of any loose scales, which he carefully collects and destroys at the end of every day.
Awesome.
For quirks. He doesn't have the jar of toenails, it's just all of it's destroyed. Burnt.
I had a lot of fun playing the NPCs tonight.
They're all characters. They're all characters.
Esteban was fun. The Sir Prentice was just a prick. Papa Devereaux. Oh man, I could just roleplay Papa Devereaux the entire night.
I gotta say, I had a lot of fun making my characters, playing with that guy.
No.
Stone Ready and Kirop were just like, how do you not, right, in a world where there's
Yep.
I made it a
Epic
hippo instead of a fucking pig, but you get the reference.
Warthog. Yeah.
It's still awesome.
And then yelly British actor, come on. Oh, that was good. That was good stuff. Okay, so we've got some of the masters who are trying to save their house from ruin, as basically people don't care. They want to impress the sovereign prince, who is now 7 years of age and gets to preside over his first games. And they're going to light a bunch of boats on fire with people in them.
It would be awesome to blow up that boat. Blow up that boat! Blow it up!
Yeah.
Give our guys a 1 in a 20 chance if we throw the thing, our one flask of alchemist fire into the fuel source, and boom! Michael Bay all over the place. Woo!
Yeah, this game has some darker elements than Legends does. There's some pretty grim and mature things. So we appreciate your sticking with us, and hope you guys enjoy this as much as we do. Peace. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Oh, and don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
Bad.
Okay.